Hello everyone, I am Tamara Banton and I'm living in Mandeville, and today I want to share my testimony about what the Lord has done for me. I was born in Portmore, a place named Nagoed, and then I can remember my mother as a child. My mother went to live at a place named Clifton. I am the last one from my mom. Growing up, my life was hard, very hard, and I can remember as a child when I really get to know myself and find myself. um, I, I don't know my dad, but when I realized my mom, I was just 2 year old, and my mother have to give me away because of the hardship that she was facing. Because I was the baby, and then growing up it was so hard for her, so she could not keep me because my dad went away on farm work, and she expect him to come back, but he did not come back. And then she have it so hard, hard. So I can, she give me away when I was 2, and I went to live with that gentleman and his wife. That time I was just 2, so I don't know what's going on. But growing up, when I realized, I grow up and see that lady, but I thought she was my mom. And then one day she said to me that, that I have something to tell you. And I said, what? She said, that I am not your mother. I said, really? She said, yes. I was about 9, 10 at that time. And she said to me that I am not your mom. And then she started to tell me the story about my mom. Before it even reached there, growing up, I get a lot of abuse. Because that is why sometimes it don't good to give away a child, because when my mom gave me away, the same gentleman that she gave me away to, he abused me, he beat me. As a child, the lady that I went to live with, she used to send me out to watch him, and then I used to go back and tell her what I saw, and that man would beat me. He would kick me, he would abuse me, do me so many bad things. And then I grew up and watch him beat her and abuse her. And sometimes it hurt because I love that lady so much. And when I look on the things that he have done to her, it really pained my heart growing up. And I remember one Sunday, I can't forget, she get ready to go to church, and that gentleman used his shoes, that is her husband, and box her in her face, and she drop at the ground. And I can remember I begin to cry, and she take me and carry me down into a bush and said to me that I must not tell anyone about it. So I grew up as a child with a lot of secret, with a lot of hurt. And then when I grew up, I get molested, and it was hard for me, and I grew up reject man. I did not love man because of what I saw, what I see happen to her. It just do something to me. And at a tender age, I remember growing up, she used to have a lot of children come at the house. But from I was a tender age, I saw, like I would see a girl and I start to admire that girl. And then me and this girl get close, and as a child, and we start to do things together. And I realized that I have strong feeling for a woman. So my life, from I was a child, I am being with a woman. But it did not stop there, because when I was living with the lady, I used to go with girls, and then I leave, and she take me home because of she and her husband did have a lot of problem, and she said she'd have to take me home. So I said, okay. When I go back home and I go to live with my mom, she have it rough, same way she have it rough. But she get me into a school, and I start to go to school and everything like that. And I remember going and going, and me and my mom couldn't get along. I don't know why, but we were not getting along. And I remember crying, and I said to her, why you don't like me? Because I don't know what I have done, why you don't like me. And trust me, so I did not get the schooling that I really want. So I did not go to school like how some person would go to school. And even if I used to go to school, but I did not go to school like the way how I was supposed to go to school. So I did not get the education that I really need. And then I can remember going to school. I went to basic school and I went to primary school and I went to high school. But when I was growing up, I have low self-esteem. When I go to school, I feel like I am not qualified amongst other children. I used to feel down whenever I supposed to go home. I would feel frustrated and I feel rejected. Growing up, I feel so rejected. But my mom now and I could not get along, as I said before. So sometimes I wonder to myself, it is because of my father, why? And then growing up now, when I leave high school, I met my baby father, the only guy who me get close with, like I feel comfortable, because I was looking for love in so many different ways, and I end up have a child for him, and then he turned around, he hurt me. I get hurt, and I said, okay, that is it, and I went back to woman. And being with a woman, I thought it was the way of life, because I get a lot of attention and love, and that is what I was always looking for.